Welcome, welcome, welcome. Back again with Dark Souls, all of the weapons. Yeah, today we're gonna use the spear. Ooh. Yeah, I think it's a bit of a dumb name. It's very generic. I don't know why they even made it like this generic. They have a handful of weapons like that where they're just kind of like, I don't know, they ran out of steam when they came up with names. Oh yeah, just toss it a normal spear. Why not? Anyway, spears. They are fun. I like the spear class. I started to really appreciate it. You know, that's one of the reasons why I do all the weapons. When I do casual runs, I limit myself to like 2 or 3 weapons, and then that's it. But ever since, you know, starting this thing, certain weapons and entire classes have like opened up to me in a whole new light. And one of them is the spears. The spears are quite interesting. Like, they have like a long charge up initially, but they have a very nice, like, fast repeated attack, which makes them actually more useful than some might think. And of course, for the more defensive and new players, you still have the shield poke attack, which is also very, very nice, all things considered. So yeah, let's not talk too long. The spears, of course, as always, I already got around to upgrading it with my new trick and everything. And yet today I want to have Framped out before... before he disappears. I mean, let me say it like that. Because I do want to... to sell some items. I'm in desperate need of freeing up some space in the inventory. I could say, oh, the inventory is endless. What do you mean free up some space? But it's like, no. You can only hold 99 humanity. That's my problem. And yet the fit is the bandit from the lower undead berg. Plus like the blood shield, the blood kite shield or whatever it is called. Which gives you a lot of resistances, but there's nothing more to it than that. I thought, you know, let's spice it up a little bit more than usual. I think my last run was kind of an attempt to do that as well. Of like the whole harvest armor until I got sick of it. I feel like I'm at the point where... should I say it like that? Where like the reload speed, like the recharge speed of the stamina is not 100% important anymore. It's still important, but not in the same vein. Poke. Yeah, the spears are fun. Oh, come on. Don't have such a bad showing, Yaku. Not now. All of you out of my way. I need to fight a Taurus demon. Maybe gives me another axe like last time. I mean, that would be wild. What are the chances? Like 10k%? Something like that? 1 in 10,000, I mean. So 0.01%? I had such a good streak of that as well, where I managed to pull it off relatively regularly. But apparently my golden thumb has worn off for this game. There's also currently an interesting challenge, which I think it has been completely beaten from some of the announcements I've seen, is Dark Souls without aggroing any enemy, which is kind of wild. That is even possible. Okay, big man up there. Rings look good. Hauvin, good. Spear, ready. Let's go. Yeah, that's decent damage, I would say. There we go. Poked him to death with a toothpick. I mean, have you ever accidentally stabbed yourself with a toothpick in the gums? Ah, shit, this is painful. You might as well want to die after that. Trust and believe. Anyway, this guy is off the window now. Please don't turn me into a fried chicken. Shit. Let's quickly recharge him. I don't even know if that's like necessary, but I feel like it is, because every time I try it, he just doesn't want to come down anymore until I sit at the bonfire. But yeah. Also, in between, like since last stream, I kind of like looked at the stats a little bit that I'm currently on, and there's really not much left in terms of, you know, something that actually is useful. And no, resistance ain't useful. It's probably one of the least useful stats in the entire game. Come on, big boy. I know you want to come down. 3, 2, 1. Let's see. He's nice like that. He even gave me his tail. See? You don't spray any fire in here, though. I mean, you know, it's not much, but a cheeky 10k, I think. Why would I say no to that? Like, if somebody approaches you on the street and says, "Hey, you want $10k for absolutely no string attached," you're gonna respond with, "Really? Which dick do I gotta suck?" Because that's too good to be true. But you wouldn't necessarily say no, now would you? I think this is the regular spear here. But that's a halberd. Halberd. I don't know how to pronounce this weapon at all. But yeah, this just shows how even the more generic weapons... Okay, I already sent that one down while I was gathering stuff. I shouldn't do that! Let's mimic this. Oh, I don't want to die here. Get out of the way, my guy. Seriously. I really don't know why this guy just sometimes does not want to go out the doorway. Like, he must be trolling. Alright, I put on humanity. I forgot. Completely forgot about that. Some of that, some of that. Ah. Are they weak to fire? I don't remember. Ah, nice. Poke, 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 and dead. Yeah, the spear's a bit absurd. Ah, that's what I'm talking about. Just poke their eyes out until they scream. But also, I never knew that, but when I like switch my shield, like I didn't think this is the way it worked. Basically, when you have like armor or weapons, or as an example, there's the shield here, which gives you resistance. When you equip it, there's always like this stuff popping up, and you think to yourself, ah, so does this give you resistance, but also inflicts a certain amount once you equip it? But no, actually, it's the way the game is coded. Essentially, it just says, hey, add this much resistance. And because of that, you have kind of like a base resistance. It kind of like adds it to the back, that makes it, or like to the front. So the difference between your current resistance and the new resistance is what shows up there. So it's kind of interesting. Anyways, that was the Gargs. That is a bit of a pickle. That is not too hard to avoid. Just a bit tedious. I could, of course, you know, bone home or whatnot, but I would be in front of the dragon bridge. And this is faster. There we go. See? Doesn't take long at all. Of course, these bosses are still here. You mind? Do you mind? Yeah, today I'm gonna do a bit of a more normal route. Still not too normal, but still normal. So next up, Quaylock. So I can sell my shit to Frammed. The rascal. Just costs a little bit of extra time when I have to go down again. Am I right? Am I to get my guy? He knows it. I'm always kind of shocked just how little souls you get in like the first third of the game.
You leave me no choice.
I thought he was gonna roll down.
This is our fate. So be it.
That would have been nice. But yeah. Let fate commence. Have you had enough of fate? Guess he has. Right, he gives you like 5 humanities. That's the reason I want to sell humanities, because I have way too many. I'm gonna sell both the ones I have in store and the one I have on me. Because frankly, I don't need them. Might be a shocker, but all the relevant bonfires are kindled. And I don't engage in shoddy cooperation. Because, you know, for better or worse, the game is like full of cheaters these days, and it's like hard to find people. I mean, I was never into the multiplayer anyways, in the Souls games. Because I always thought it was very bad, like netcode-wise. You would see a guy in front of you, you would attack him. Or you would parry his attack and suddenly he's behind you. And it gives you a backstab. It's like, oh yeah, cool. Love to see it. You love to see it. Like, I feel like even in the later games, they never improved the netcode beyond the original Demon Souls. So, you know, should we fix this code here? Should we make it more, you know, more synchronized or whatnot? More reliable? Ah, no, leave it in. Makes the game harder for unsuspecting players. You know, I'm not saying people can't have fun with that. There are many multiplayer games that are absolutely janky and bad, and they still have kind of like a following or a community around it. Even a competitive scene. That's because the people learn the jank, which... Alright, that's what you want to do. Imagine you play pool, but the table's just ever so slightly slanted. In that one venue, and then everybody just kind of like starts to learn how to play with that. Then they get into a real pool game, and then they're like, what? What's going on? All of my shots no longer work. That's weird. Almost forgot to channel my power within. My manly power within. Yo, Def, welcome. How's it going? Right, I forgot the upward swing of the spear. That's like the worst attack of the entire set. The rest are pretty good. Don't die to that, please. And good night, Queen. You're doing good, but you're in the hospital because you fell on your CERN? On your what? Well, I hope it heals quickly. Quick and rapidly. Okay, that makes Quaylock. The e-bikes, okay. And they can be a danger, that's for sure. I'm not much of a bike rider, so I don't know the terms. I feel like in recent times this has happened a lot, where people name something and expect you to know it. Yesterday, or somebody asked you, like, how would you say it's different? Like, which do you prefer, this or that device? I'm like, I don't know either of them, so why are you asking me? Like this entire week, even actually, it's kind of weird. Full face helmet. Yeah. Honestly, I'm still shocked when people don't wear helmets, like at all, even the ones on top of their heads. There's like this guy on YouTube, the engineering guy or something like that. He explains like how things is manufactured and whatnot. He started to upload more frequently, which is really cool. And one of the videos was about bike helmets. And in the comments, people are like, this is propaganda, you don't need to wear a helm, that's just a waste of money, it breaks after you fall once. It's like, yeah, that's the point. The helmet breaks and not you. That's how they're designed. So when something breaks, it lessens the shock on the next thing that breaks. And so on and so forth. You know that kid died on one? He was Mate. Aha, that kid. That one specific kid. I mean, there was the skateboard kid. Famous movie. Very famous movie. At least 2 people know it. Yo, Razan Omer, welcome. Ah, your friend. You see? It's dangerous. That's why I walk. Bikes are just... Things like bikes, or like the things like people who drive cars are immensely impatient these days. That's something I observe a lot. But then, fucking bike drivers, they think they own the world. So that's always a recipe for disaster. Like, I will see bike people try to cut off your road, and then the cars drive in the bike lanes. It's like, oh man, how are there not like 10 corpses right here? Yo, my guy. Yes, I did. Okay, let's see. Just a quick little... You can have all of those. Let's see. You can have all of those as well. Now, why did I have two? Because there was some in my bottomless box. That's why. Ah, okay, I see. So you survived and he died. That means you have to pick up the slack for him. And live his life for him as well. That is your duty from now on. I don't know why I have a lightning one of this, but hey. Oh, I know why I have a lightning one of this. Right. I'll get rid of some of these. Oops. Won't be long and I'm done. Just a bit of a, you know, maintenance, scheduled maintenance, you could call this. Just getting rid of some of all the garbage I accumulate over these runs. That's why I cut these off, 5k a pop. I mean, let's go. Let's keep 2 of those. Not the plus 15. That's my trophy. A trophy, not trophy. What did I say? And my e-bike was swag. I mean, better your e-bike than you. Right? And you can get like bike in. I don't know how it is where you live, but here you can get like bike insurance and they will often pay it to you without questions asked. That happened to my grandparents. They got like rear-ended while they had their bikes on the car. And the insurance just paid for their bikes. Like, really expensive bikes as well. It's always good to have a bit of insurance. Okay, I think that's that. Get rid of some of these. And I think... Yeah, okay. That's it. Yeah, farewell. I will see you very soon because I'm going to go to Honor London now. To the good old Honor Londo. And after, like, once I reach Honor Londo, I might actually be able to upgrade. Get a new level up. Which is always great. See, since it's done as well. You know, never forget. Ceaseless 2026. Gone but not forgotten. Billy Harvey. Let's just reset those guys. You know, make it simple. Today's also like one of these days where it's just kind of... Thanks for the follow, Sadie. Like, today's like one of these days I overslept massively and I forgot to close the window. And now it's just like a tropical forest in here. Like, you could think I'm in an Amazon warehouse. That's how tropical it is. That's also how it smells. Ew. You know, I'm glad that I very rarely have to use Amazon. There's like one area which it pisses me off. They constantly add rules, like import rules and whatnot, which just fuck over everybody that cares about the environment. Like all the politicians here, they're like, oh yeah, the environment. But as soon as you want to import batteries to repair your old stuff, so that, you know, you don't pollute the environment and keep on using stuff longer, they're like, nope, we block that. You can't import new batteries for old devices. That's dangerous. It's like, but you're the people that want to be environment friendly. You should be the ones that should support that and even like pay for it for me. Substitute, like whatever it's called. Like you should pay 25% of the battery for me, actually. Oh, come on. Can I really not squeeze through that? My guy. Take a chill pill and relax. I'm gonna do that soon as well. But instead of a chill pill, I'm gonna get another drink. Like my store of choice currently has like a thing going on. Where for every 10 bucks, you get a scratch-off ticket. It's a quote-unquote scratch-off ticket. And I think once a day you get one. Like every day, once a day for your first shopping trip. Which, you know, is nice because I go every day. Instead of one big weekly one, I always do smaller ones. And sometimes they give you free products in those scratch-off tickets, but most thing is just a lottery. Oh yeah, you can win whatever. An e-bike actually is, I think, the current price, #1 price. Funny enough. But yeah, I went to the store before the stream, thinking, oh yeah, I need something to drink. Otherwise I will not survive this heat. And it was very eventful. I put one product in, and then that second line appeared, minus the product price because I had so many of these stocked up. So this drink, this snack, this drink, all of that for the grand price of 3. And I like the grand price of 3. Oh, since forest is all forest. Oh, there's this guy on YouTube. I'm talking a lot about people on YouTube. But this guy on YouTube, and he restores currently like parts of Dark Souls. Like some that were in the files and some that he himself kind of like adds. And he announced a mod where he adds a bunch of stuff like that. And that's something I might want to test out at one point. Like separately from Dark Souls all the weapons, of course. But I think it's cool that we can have stuff like this in this ancient game from the far off years of 2011 and 2016, I think. I'm always shocked when I read just how close the distance is between the two. I thought they would like remade it of like 10 years, but no, it's like only 5 years. I want you to be a little bit more sideways. I think that works. Just barely though. Goodbye. You're so beautiful. But it wasn't meant to be. Now I can receive humanity without having to worry of constantly using it up. How nice. Oh, and I'm so close on that sweet level up that I might pop some souls. I think I need 1.3 mil or 1.4 even. I was actually not that close. Let's see. Let's see, level up 1.34. That means I need 23 of these. Oh, those weren't the 10k ones? Okay. Let's use like 10 more then. Okay, fuck me, I guess. Let's do another 15. Yeah, this guy's dead, by the way. There we go. Yeah, of course I'm gonna spec it into... Okay, into endurance. It's kind of sad that it will never go to a point where it actually matters anymore. Like, I wish I could just wear, like, the fattest armor and still be light as a feather. That was, like, in version 1.0, though. That was actually a thing. I think they updated the weight values back in the day very quickly. Because you could do flip rolling hobble, if I remember correctly. You don't want to attack me. Big mistake. Because I can stun lock you. And you can't. Good night. Dear gargoyle. The one guy I'm currently watching, who plays it for the first time this game. He arrived in Honor London not too long ago. And it's just as miserable as you think it is. You good? Man, has it ever happened to you when you were like in the pool and some kid like jumps all into the water from the sidelines and it like beans you in the head? And you can like hear it in your neck. You can hear this like, oh shit. I'm dead meat, aren't I? But you aren't, it just hurts like a bitch. He almost took me down with me because I locked on. Smart move. I would have done the same. When I was younger, like my brother once tested a pile driver. He was very much into wrestling. And if you have an older brother that's into wrestling, you bet you're the one who gets to be practiced on. And suffice to say, my neck did not like that back in the day. Oh, my guy. Don't try to be a hero. Okay, I definitely noticed the slow reload of the stamina. I might switch over to that. Yeah, already much better. That's a huge improvement. And how can I live without this? I just can't, man. You know, once you take speed, you just cannot live without it. That's basically speed here. In gas mask form. Or Fent, or Meth. You know, like the old World War I gas masks have like the little tank in front. Just put like a little bit of a heating element in there and a little bit of crack. And up you go. You're gonna live the high life 24/7. You don't even need to waste your hands. You can pick on your open source and you know, think that there are bugs inside. I thought he was gonna fall off. Not gonna lie. Well, he did in the end, but by himself. I mean. Okay, let's go. On scene in Smo. Shouldn't be too much of a problem anymore. I think I'm starting to get really good at this. Yeah, I'm kind of a big deal in the Souls community. I'm the world record holder of the Yaku percent speedrun. What is the Yaku percent? You need to be Yaku first and foremost, and then you need to just play through Dark Souls, all bosses. It's a pretty hard one. Not many people can pull it off. Speaking of speedruns, I saw the current speedrun. 19 minutes and 23 seconds. Absolute insanity. I would never do it myself. I don't like speedruns too much. I like the idea, I just don't like the execution. Yo, goddamn. Will we see below 19? Maybe, probably not. Unless it's like a huge skip discovered. Fuck. We go. But I think he's immune to fire, so let's switch out real quick. That was actually insanely good. Okay, 4 pokes. For cheeky little stun. Oh, I forgot something. I'll get that off this boss. I knew I fucked something up. There we go. Fatso down. It's a wonder that the world didn't shake apart. The rumbling, it started. Okay, there we go. Give me... there we go. These 2 bows was gone. Give me 1... There we go. I completely forgot the heart rate monitor. The piece de la resistance of my streams. Of course. How could I? How could I? And I just bought a box of Farmer, which I'm very happy about that. It's only a very specific kind though, not my favorite. But hey, still. Let's go. So yeah, my heart rate spiked for that. I was so excited. And I wasn't able to hide it. Just like I can't hide my exciting from this site. Yes. She's like every like mommy in anime with like the closed eyes, you know. But she still can kind of see you. That's just how it is. Oh, speaking of anime in general, or like manga, I'm currently reading this manga, which at first I just thought it was gonna be, you know, kind of stupid, you know, how do you say, ecchi kind of stuff. It's called Harm Marriage, and actually it's surprisingly sweet all of a sudden. And it's written by a woman, so you know how that is. They're the most degenerate, but at the most time also the sweetest. But it's always nice to be surprised like that, right? I went in with the expectation of drama and lots of fan service. And what I got was lots of drama and fan service in the beginning, and then lots of sweetness and fan service in the second half. After like the first 50 chapters of 200. I can recommend it, actually. I can really recommend it. Speaking of recommending, I'm recommending myself to go and defeat Sif right now. I'm out for a hunt with my spear, and I think my target is Dog. What's up, Dog? Not much. What's up with you? Oh, right, I did buy this guy's stuff while I was at it. Almost forgot. Almost forgot about that. You know, I hope you can forgive me some of the preparations I do in between streams. I just think, you know, it's cutting some of the fat out, which I think is nice. Not even the fat, it's like the weird hard parts that you have sometimes in the meat. That you like bite on and you think, did I just bite on a bone or what's going on? Are my teeth shattered? Or is it only my pride? Oh, fuck off. How much damage does this guy deal? Probably because I was attacking already. Huh? They can get you on the back? On the back swing, I mean? That's wild. Yo, my guy. Leave me alone. Okay, let's go. Let's do first the butterfly as always. It's just quicker, you know. And from the dog I can more easily just go to the Hydra. Making that shit also quite incorporated. You know, the thing is, I have like my map here of the entire Dark Souls world. Pretty cool map, by the way. By VG Cartography. I think he stopped selling that one though. I'm not too sure. But it's a cool map. And I thought about like just putting like a route, like making a copy of it and like drawing in a route. Like a good route. Or just using it to plan a route at least. Speaking of routes, the only route this guy is going to take is into the grave. Oh. Honestly, the music is the best part about this guy. It's just kind of ethereal. I'm gonna take one more. And I think 2 more attacks and then I'm gonna charge myself. Okay. Or that. Come on. I was sure he was gonna do it. He was gonna land after 2 attacks. No. Always a bitch. Hey, my guy. My stuff is about to wear out. Thank you. Let's wait for a full recovery. Oh, one cycle. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's how we do things. Close, mind you. Very close, but... The Spearman. Oh, spears, they're so good. Such a good weapon class. Like, if you don't know what weapon to pick in your next run, pick a spear. They're surprisingly fun. You can get the winged spear at the beginning in the graveyard. In fact, this one you buy from the merchant, but I'm not too sure. Like the undead bird merchant. Now, why do I run back down here? I have a bonfire. There we go. Time to visit the dog. What's up, dog? I bought, well, speaking of. Oh, not speaking of, but kind of similar time period. I bought something and it hasn't arrived yet. I bought one of these clip art collections. From like back in the day. Like when you use, back in the day when you used to have, and when you needed web graphics, right? Something for your website or for your flyers or whatnot. You would buy like these packs that came like with hundreds of thousands, or thousands upon thousands, of clip arts and some photos and maybe some fonts and whatnot. And of course, basically you get a license with that to use it however the fuck you want it, as long as you don't like resell it just as is. And they are charming, I would say. That's why I bought this. I'm not sure if I will find use for me on this platform. As Yaku, I mean. Maybe I'm gonna put them on my website. Like use it to spice up my website a little bit, which I need to continue to develop. Just man, time. Just need to find the time for it. But where? I looked at the cracks of my couch and there were none. Only dust and some crumbs were in there. And I'm not talking about the crumbs of time. I'm talking about the crumbs of the chips I had last week. You good? Oh, hell yeah. I wonder if you can, like, jump out of the arena. Like, I know you can... You can get on top of the arena yourself and then cheese him. Which is kind of funny. Oh, come on. There we go. Yeah, he managed to evade that quite well there. Gonna give him props for that. Not too much, mind you. You never compliment your enemy too much or they get too much in your up their own ass. Thinking they're hot shit. Even though they aren't. You know, build up their confidence and then shatter it. That's the best tactic. They should put that quotes in a video game. And then say, by Yakuvrael Runeborne. Even though I wasn't the one that coined the quote. It was actually Stephen King. Like, there are all of these like fake code pictures. I wonder if like in 100 years they will find them like, oh yeah, that person said that. Wow, how insightful. Really, Obama said I was wrong all along? What a straightforward guy. Okay, Hydra. That was a very late shot, I was a bit worried. Just a smidgen, you know. There we go. I thought it was a bit loud. I had to quickly readjust. I tried the new spinner that they have for touch portal and I don't like them. I think they can have some use, but for my use, they didn't work too well. There we go. Simple and clean. Probably won't get the last hit, but that's just how life is, I guess. My guy, how about you slam your head down, please? I don't think that's what some people meant when you tell them to give them head. Oh, of course, it's always this guy. Oh, oh, fuck off. I thought maybe he just died, but he had like 2 HP left or something. Just died in my arms tonight. Must have been something I said. Like how he should give me head. And he gave me his actual heads, which... Creepy guy. Okay, Golem against Golem. The face-off of the century. I mean, one of the few golems in this game. Lesser golems, I should say. They certainly aren't stone golems. There we go. Not the best, I have to say. But also not really bad. I have high hopes. Let me put it like that. Anyways, this guy's also done. You're done. You're done, mate. I'm gonna do a copper gaping real quick. I feel like that's the thing to do right now. Usually I keep them, I do them at the beginning or I do them at the end. I think right now it's like, today is a middle run. And you can become you. Let's go. I kind of like this set, by the way. It has something. It really has something. But maybe I should start, you know, to add other sets inside of the game. I saw there was one that turned you into 2B. I think it just replaced the knight armor. Ooh, that was a bit close. But not close enough. Shit. How do I consistently fuck this up in recent times? It's like the game doesn't want you to do this. Almost like it's a non-intended strat. No, it couldn't be. Here we go. Come out, doggy. Poke. Yeah, the poking is nice. Okay, 4 pokes. Yo, Eric. Welcome. How's it going? And good night. To you as well. Yeah, Capra. Like, Capra really is only dangerous because he has his dogs with him. But if you get rid of them even before the fight starts, he's really just nothing more than a regular enemy. And now it's time for the Gaping Dragon. And if he's not gaping now, he will be gaping after I'm done with him. After I shove this spear up his ass. I'm doing pretty fine as well. You know. It's was an alright week, I would say. Almost fucked something up yesterday, but somehow managed to kind of like course correct itself. So that could have ruined my day, but it's thankfully didn't. But yeah. That's why, you know, that makes me happy. Of course, you know, weekly Dark Souls. That's also always a good thing. Ah, fuck it. How do we don't miss? Thank you. Of course, it didn't kill the magician. So he's gonna be a bit of a pain in the ass. Just a smidgen. But his death is guaranteed. Ooh, that was dumb. And there we go, good. Let's get rid of these two guys. That's how easy it is. And next, might as well do Asylum Demon. Or Stray Demon. While I'm at it. And then I think 4 kings. Like a cheeky little 4 kings. With my cheeky little trick to get to them. Without having to lowering the water and visiting the ghost house. I think that sounds like a plan. A very nice little plan. I thought, should I try the other trick? The one where you go up the side there, but... No, if I have the elevator, why would I? Why would I? Oh, bird. Take me away. But man, I'm surprisingly fast. I'm about halfway done with the bosses. And... I mean, the more annoying ones are still upcoming. Right? But... pretty fast. God, I just love the spear. Like, maybe if I ever do, if I do my all Souls game marathon. I might even do it with spears. You know, Brittany included. But probably not. She hasn't been returning my calls lately. When I call the number that somebody gave me, she just answers and says, "Who the fuck are you? Stop calling me. Stop harassing me." But what she doesn't know is I made a bunch of videotapes and I sent her a book. And when she opens it, well, things are gonna happen. And once they found out who I am, it's too late. My wall has already been painted blood red. Like the Björk Stalker. That's like such an interesting thing to look into, by the way. That guy. Because it was like in this era, before like internet videos and whatnot were really a thing. But you could already have cameras and such for a relatively cheap price. So people were always like documenting this stuff way more back then, I feel like. Right? This day and age, you can record everything, and most people, they don't. Right? Of course, I don't either. But even a project, most people don't. The only time people document shit is because they want to make money. Back then, you know, you could have family pictures, like family videos and whatnot on VHS tapes. You could be a stalker, documenting your decline, your plans to murder somebody. Or at least disfigure them. I think it was just an acid, quote unquote, just an acid bomb. But the wildest things you see today is like these no-filter streamers that cause mischief for others. You're like the ones that got arrested recently. Like Johnny Somali. Isn't that guy like full on in prison now? For like a decade plus or something. Like imagine having this little of a filter that you don't realize, hey, maybe I shouldn't be that much of a prick. The content, man. Oh, this might work. Shit. No, not that. There's like this thing when you hit him with a strong weapon. While he's awake. Ah, it's too short. His animation glitches out. Too bad. Did I place it already? I did. Okay. But yeah, in that case, a filing shrine and 4 kings. It's gonna be a wild time. At least I hope so. Covenant of Artorias. Then I need fall control. I need this guy. Technically seen, I would need to repair my stuff, but I think it doesn't matter. Let's give it like 1, maybe. Let's do this. Like if it actually gets broken during the fight, that would be ass. Like the worst part isn't even when it breaks, right? The worst part is when it's in danger of breaking because you already lose like 75% of the damage. Which is not very nice. Yeah, that should be early enough. Yo, ghosts, how are you doing? Want to see something wild? Something or not even you want to attempt? Sure, let's do it. I'm underwater. Help me. That's also how I go and get the large ember, the very large ember. But it's a bit more complicated because there are 2 spots where you can die from quote-unquote fall damage. And if you go too far, you hit the death barrier regardless. So you just kind of need to be aware of that. And if you are, it's really nice. Here, right, there was a hole. Alright, it was just here. Wrong one. Okay, let's see. Let's see how this guy is performing today. Not too nicely. But also not too badly. I mean, 310. The other one already came. Shit. Okay, it's gonna be a close one, but it should be doable. Should be more than doable. Provided the RNG is not bad. Like that. Just don't do it again. Or do that. Fuck's sake. I thought I heard another one spawn. Yep. Heal, heal, heal. That would have killed me. If it would hit me. That would have been a kill. Yeah. Oh, fuck off. Yeah. That never happened to me before. I didn't even know that that could happen. That was a bit close. Again? What? Since when can you avoid their grab attack by literally being in front of them? I've never seen it. I've never seen that happen in the first place, and now I've seen it twice back to back. What? No, shit is out. Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate move-wise. You good there, my guy? Hello? Oh, okay, I was just really unlucky though. That was really unlucky. Let's just switch to this one as a shield. Like, the thing is, I'm still not 100% convinced if I will ever do the Dark Hand in this series. Because I consider it a shield first and foremost. But you know, it is a nice shield. I'm starting to warm up a little bit to it. At least on a regular new game, not on like New Game Plus 100. Just need to do this rigmarole again, real quick. Okay, this time I'm gonna try to do the electricity after all. Just a little bit extra damages is gonna help a lot. Especially since the spear actually has, you know, good DPS, all things considered. Oh, 4 kings, here I come again. My super cool backwater strategy. They never see me coming. That's for sure. So I think I'm gonna do this before I even drop down. Before I drop out of the battle bus. Okay, now I'm ready. Shit is all the way back there. Lovely. But yeah, look at that extra damage. That was good. One thing I wonder is if I quit out now, where would I spawn? Right? Yeah, how about we don't do that, my guy? How about we don't do that? Oh, fuck off. Oh. Like, who wants to see an old magic trick like that? I don't. That was a bit too close for comfort. All's well that ends well, though. And this guy is certainly gonna end. Because I'm gonna end him. Provided I don't die. Nice. See, simple and clean. That electricity did a lot to help, of course. I thought for a second, should I go for it? Should I try to bean him? But I wasn't 100% sure there. Oh, come on, is it really... Game. Couldn't you have put them besides the bonfire? You know. That would have been nice. Oh, come here, you rascal. Thank you. I mean, I could bone home. Let's skip this. Just a rigmarole of running to the bonfire, and I'm really tempted to. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna do it. Quickly clear my throat. What next? What next? I think I'm gonna do the gauntlet. I think the gauntlet is gonna be fun. Why not? Why not do Sanctus for a little bit? Actually, something I wanted to do. That I'm gonna do now. You can have, as a matter of fact, first of all, these. And you can have all of these. And there's a list, which I need to pull up real quick. Dark Souls 1 Souls. Sell value, I think. Okay, 60 when consumed, 10 when blah blah blah. Soul of Priscilla gives 15k instead of 12k. So let's do that. Soul of Sif gives less. Soul of Smoke gives much less. Gives less. Soul of Gwendolyn gives 20k. I don't even know if I have... Quaylock, I know, gives 8k, but 10k when sold to him. Oh, there, Gwendolyn. Quaylock, yeah. Moonlight Butterfly gives less than regular souls. Give all less except for Soul of Lust Undead. Not Lust, Lost. Which I don't even know if I have those. Oh, there we go. Yeah, farewell to you as well. There we go, nice. I can almost do 2 upgrades. As a matter of fact, I think I will do 2 upgrades. You here, and you here. I just wish you could use them faster. Yeah, let's not do that. That will take forever. I will do that in between streams, I think. That's something I will do in between. But I do want to grab just a little bit of these. Oops. 10 or so. 102. Hell yeah. Did this up bleed resistance as well? I think it did. I think this up my bleed resistance. But yeah. I'm gonna repair my stuff. I can't repair my stuff. No, I can. I did buy the repair box stuff, I think. But yes, it's interesting that you can give certain souls to Framped and they will be worth more. Which, you know, you could figure it out, of course. But imagine how many souls some people used to waste back in the day when the internet wasn't available. Back in 2010. Yo, Saurabh Kumar. How's it going? Welcome. How's it going, bros? Oh, this is a weird genre on YouTube. Where people LARP as, like, creators and, like, recreate old videos of them. Which I think is kind of hilarious. All things considered. I wonder if this will happen at some point with like, big VTubers. Like Larpuna AI. Or not AI. School started, so you were busy. That's good though. Being in school and busy is better than being in school and not busy. Because otherwise, why would these people be paid? And sometimes I wish I could go back to school. You know, not seriously, all things considered. There were parts about schools that I absolutely hated. Still do by a long shot. But you just had so much free time. Because here in Switzerland, as an example, Wednesdays are only half days, right? Which is always, which I think always that was cool. And I think that's how normal work also should be. And that's why I only work 4 days a week. Because I had to set an example, of course. Do I miss my school friends? Not really. I think a lot of friends you make in school, you make out of necessity, more so than because you actually have something in common, right? Like, I was friends with a lot of people back in the day. But really upkept, I have maybe like 2 of them. Even with those people, I don't really have that much contact anymore. Only half a day. Well. Oh, how? Well, at noontime, at lunchtime, the teacher says, okay, school is done, go home. So I could go and have some time to myself with some day drinking, because I cannot stand this job, because I'm a teacher. And then you go home, and the world is your oyster. That's how. That is how it works. Fuck off. Oh no, fuck off. I didn't sit. Oh, I did sit down at the bonfire. My god, I just want to say shit. Will I have to go all the way back down again? Oh, Yaku, you're so clever, man. I love you. In India, 4 PM school will end. I mean, regular school, there's like Monday, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. That's also when school ends here. But on Wednesdays, we only have half a day. I mean, it's better than in some other countries where, like, school is the entire day, and then you're supposed to also go to, like, 2 or 3 more hours of cram school. And, you know, there's a big secret I could tell you as somebody who hasn't been in school for over a decade. I don't remember jack shit about most stuff I learned in school. Like, some small parts I do, but a lot of subjects kind of eluded me completely. I had French for like 8 years. I can't speak a lick of French. To give an example. Repair. Or like math. I remember some math, and sometimes I need some small amount of math. But most of the stuff we did back in the day, I couldn't tell you. Like there was a time where it got too complicated for me. I'm like, yeah, will I ever need that though? Will I ever need to figure out what the radius of somebody's underbelly is? and the only value I have is the distance from their belly button to their balls. Probably not. Like, the only thing I recently needed is how to determine if a point is inside of a circle or not. Which is like... x of the point plus x of the circle to the power of 2 plus y of the point plus y of the circle to the power of 2. And look if that is bigger than radius plus radius to the power of 2 or something like that. Like, I immediately forgot. It worked. It worked tremendously well. A bit scared there. What type of students are you? Popular, nerd, quiet kid, cool, clown kid? I'm the don't come to school tomorrow kid. So, the quiet kid, I would say. But your jokes aside, it's like a mixture of nerd, quiet kid, and like, you know. Like, I wasn't popular, but I also never, like, was hated. That makes sense. I kind of was in the good graces with everybody. I think that was the best thing you could pull off. For two reasons, like, some people knew me because of me, and some people knew me because of, you know, other people that already knew me. That's also always helpful if you know somebody else that kind of has a bit of draw. It's like, oh, you're Yakub's brother, aren't you? It's like, oh, yeah, oh, yeah, chill, man. We won't bother you with, you know, with bullying you or whatever. It's like, oh, nice, thank you. And then another school is like, oh yeah, you know Michael, right? He was going around, it's like, oh hey, this is my buddy, Yaku. Like, yeah, I know Michael. He's a cool kid. He's a kleptomanic though, so beware. Like, yeah, we know. we know. Actually was this guy that I knew he was a klepto. Which, you might hear kleptomanic and you just think people that are stealing a lot. But when you actually know somebody, you realize just how weird kleptomania is. Like, at times, he didn't even mean it. He just... You could be, like, talking to him. He just would take something and put it in his pocket. It could be the most random shit. It wasn't even like, oh, yeah, stealing your cigarettes of somebody else or money or whatnot. It could be, like, half an eraser that was, like, dirty as fuck. It's like, oh, yeah, let me take that and put it in my pocket. That's it. Gang war in the bathroom. Isn't that some sort of weird orgy? If it's in the bathroom. Well, yeah, back in the day there were always like fights in between the breaks. Of course, there were always a few people that were targeted over the others. To put it lightly. Come on, my guy. There we go. But yeah, my school life was relatively, from like the student side, relatively simple and easy, and nothing too much to worry about. My trouble came usually by the teachers, which I think I told this before, but there were 2 teachers specifically that made me drop out of school. Because of how bad they were. Finding the background, so drawing some writing girls' numbers. I see. That's nothing too unusual. You know, for us, bathrooms are kind of sacred. That's like the safe spot, right? It's like a safe zone in an extraction shooter. Friendly fire disabled, so to speak. Yo, Mazabella, welcome. How's it going? You know how the saying goes, don't fight where you shit. Of course, the trope is usually, that's where people get bullied the most. Fill up a bucket of water while they're taking a dump and then throw it above the stalls. Just finished shopping. I still have to do a little bit of it. But I went to the store before the stream to get your favorite, Monster Energy. Because I got a free coupon from a scratch-off ticket. That's a saying you never heard, what? It's world-renowned. Coined, the term was coined, like the saying was coined by the late and great David, don't shit on me. Your favorite. See? I knew it. I want to he. To he or not to he? That was the question. I want to get a console. Well, in that case, go and grab one. There's Bash, there's Fish. There's many consoles. There's, of course, your classic TTYs. There's Ghosty. There are so many consoles, you can't even decide which one you want to use. I installed Ghosty, but I haven't used it yet. But I think it looks cool. And it's written in SIG. I mean, come the fuck on. SIG is a cool language, and I want to learn it. Just haven't had the time yet. I can hear my cat snoring. Which one budget? I mean, you mean game console. If you wanted like a brand name console, I think a PSP is very good if you mod it. Or like, I mean, I'll look at, I have my shelf over there for all my consoles, of course, because I collect them. Which is a good one? I think a modded Switch. If you can get a Switch for cheap and mod it, I think that's a good console. Yeah, I think either a modded Switch or for $300 you might be able to get a used Steam Deck. That's a really good console that I can highly recommend. A Steam Deck or a Rock Ally. That will give you a lot of emulation ability as well. Yeah, and if it was the 2010s, you could still Skype with people over the PSP. And other than that, there's like a good amount of emulation handhelds that are not that expensive. There's the Mangmi Air X, which is like $100. I got like the what is the Ambernick Rotate, Archie Rotate. That's an interesting one. I haven't used it too much yet, but that's a cool little handheld. Kind of reminds me of the PSP Go, which I also have. But yeah, $300. I think a modded Switch is gonna be a really nice console. Because you have the Switch with all the good games that are on there. You can overclock it a little to get some extra juice out of it, some more frame rates. And you can put a bunch of emulators on it. Like, I have a modded Switch Lite. which I bought for like 80 bucks. And then the mod kit and everything to install was like 20. Fuck off! 2? Are you nuts? Have I ever shown my modded Switch? If you can't find the Steam Deck, check if you can find the ROG Ally C1. It's a bit stronger than the Steam Deck. You can install SteamOS on it. And you can buy a bigger battery as well, if that's a problem. And it usually goes for cheaper. I bought mine used for about 300 bucks. Yeah, it is my favorite boss. Speaking of bosses, I need to knock these two off. Like, if you want to hook it up to a TV, then I would get the regular Switch. Not even the OLED, just the regular one. And if you don't want to hook it up to a Switch, to a TV, buy a Switch Lite. Or you might even be able to find a Switch 2 for that price, but of course then you have to buy the games. A console name you told. Which one? I named a few. ROG Ally ALLY Z1. You mean that one? Okay, let's repeat this and not die this time. I mean, yeah, but I think, like, especially with the PC handhelds, you're kind of covered pretty well. Like, really, the question is, do you want to... No, not even... like, the thing is, the Steam Deck and the ROG Ally, they can actually emulate Switch games pretty well. Now, Nintendo doesn't want you to know this, but... you don't need a Switch even if you have one of those. Technically seen. Perfect. But yeah, when I was younger, my first, like... I had, like, a laptop. And... the most games I played on there were emulated. Like NES game, like SNES games and PS2, 1, such like that. That was always fun. And those two bosses are done. Let's go to Honor Londo next. Why not? Like, when it comes to exclusivity, there's only like a handful of consoles that... a handful of games that really still exist. But exclusivity as a thing is mostly gone. So just pick the one you like the most, I guess. Which looks the fanciest to you. Kind of confused there by the stairs because they have like this weird stepping effect. There's like a name for that when these lines appear, but I forgot it. And of course, if you have like an Android phone, I mean, there's also a bunch of games on there. You don't even need to buy anything. You can just buy like one of these like Game Sir controllers. You snap on and done. if your internet is good enough, you even have access to like game streaming, which a buddy of mine was here a couple of days ago, and he was like, yeah, me and my girlfriend, we both like bought one of these controllers, and we just use game streaming these days. Half the time, at least. Just like, really? That's kind of wild. Wouldn't have expected it. But hey, it is what it is. Okay, Prisky. Let's see how she is doing. Can't. Oh. Can't let my babe just sit there. I do visit once in a while. She'll get lonely, you know. Out of the way, my guys. This was not very nice of you. You know, I'm so glad that there's a consistent strat for this thing here. Because back in the day, this was kind of like the, you know, just pray, skip. Sometimes you make it, sometimes you don't. This guy's more insidious out of all of them. Oh, shit. Don't you guys dare. Oh, Priscilla. How's it going, my babe? I heard you want some action. Want a long thing shoved up your ass? Well, I'm here to provide that service. Oh shit, I still have the other ring equipped. I was like, why do I kick fire? I think I like... I searched on YouTube. I think somebody already did that. Kick, like fire kick only. I'm not 100% sure though. Twin humanities. I like when games do that stuff. Like, implication through item drops. Right? Like, why would you get a double humanity if you kill a single person? A woman, nonetheless. Well. I think it speaks for itself. Or like in the first Nier game, there's like a section right at the beginning where you have like 3 shadows that you kill. They don't even attack you, they just kind of stand there and run away from you. But you have to take them out. And they drop like pens and school books and whatnot. And later on you learn, of course, what the shadows are actually. And the implication, because of the item drops, hey, those are just school children that are afraid of you. And you just murdered them. That's why they don't attack you. It's always a nice concept. Speaking of nice concept. The next one that wants something shoved up his ass. The femboy. Come here. I got your favorite toy with me. Oh, don't do that. Okay, if I would have put on fire or lightning, I could have probably 2-cycled him. Yeah, I want the second one. Yeah, that was hubris. Should have waited. Okay, can we get a bow, please? Huh? Listen here, baby boy. Shit. That's what I was talking about. A good pizza today, cannot wait. I just recently had pizza twice, back to back. So I know how you feel. Especially when you feel like a good old pizza Hawaii. Nothing beats that, doesn't it? Some nice little ham pieces and then a little bit of pineapple. Together with the mozzarella and the tomato sauce. Oh, just lovely. 10 out of 10. Would order again any day. Now I need to quickly look because of the weight. Oh, right. You don't like me after I kill your boyfriend.
I shall end your suffering here and now. It is the least that I can do.
I mean, I'm 100% sure she pegged him, right? Oh, she wasn't even in my direction. Come on, bitch. Why am I so bad now? There we go. Fuck.
What you saw under light of the dark moon will haunt you forever.
Other than the pineapple. Ah, come on. Have you played the newer games? I've played all the games. Except for Night Rain. I really don't care about Night Rain. I'm sorry, but no thank you. And like a new trailer for Duskblood's released, but they showed even less in that trailer than they did on the reveal one. So we still don't really know what it is. Yeah, she just kind of perfected her game sometimes. There we go. But how? Because I did a nice little chomping attack. That's how. Right, you cannot use that. Dark Moon Knight... Oh, fuck. Okay, both of these are the useless ones. Can you actually sell them? I don't remember. I should have tested that out if I could sell them to Fram for a good amount of souls. I mean, there's still one I can go and grab, so I can figure it out. The Firekeeper souls, you mean? You can use them to upgrade your Estus flasks up to +7. And that's it. And other than that, I get 5 humanity per Firekeeper soul. You don't even get money from them, you just get humanity. Which I don't know if you can tell, but I've enough humanity. Like, once you are so far in the game as I am, humanity really is just useless. For the most part. Like, sure, I could kindle some of the bonfires. That I still haven't, but there's really no need for that. Come on. How did that hit me? That almost hit me though as well. I couldn't sit down on the bonfire, so I need some way to access my stuff. There you go. Oh, when you use it yourself. Okay, I see. Yeah, it's just humanity that you get. So let's see, I have 18.2 and I need 25.5. That should work. Like, I think it would be cool if it would give you, like, one more flask charge as an example. Or temporarily, like, gives you one extra kindling step or something. Like, if you have 15 flasks, you get 5 more. That would be cool. But it's really just a mostly useless thing. Yeah, 9 humanities, that would also be good. Of course, I'm of the opinion, I feel like flasks should go higher than +7. It feels just so arbitrary. You know? Oh, weapons go to +15, but flasks +7. At that point, make it just go to +6, 7. They should patch that in retroactively. Because it's always funny when you use a meme in a video game. Because memes are timeless, of course. They don't get replaced within months usually. Weeks even. Did you see... Speaking of Fortnite, doesn't Fortnite have 222 Zahura in it? As a character? And recently fucking Amazing Digital Circus. And they made the character quote-unquote sexier. They gave her hips. Like what? I know. I should have called up Clancy and asked him to, you know, to up the bots a little bit on my channel. I still have some, you know. I told him, right? I told Clancy himself, like, hey, buddy, unlike all the other streamers that stream on your platform, how about we don't use bots on my channel, right? But if I need them, I'll call you up. He's like, sure. Let me go back to gooning to random e-horse. Sure, we can do that. Fuck, I hit the thing on the left there, on the right. It was like, yeah, sure, we can do that. But I'm like, yeah, maybe. I think it's time to call him up again and say, hey, I decided we should do it after all. Did I get the pendant? I did, okay. Good, good, good. I love how dumb this looks, by the way. Like your legs don't even fill them out. But it's like funny, they all the platforms, they do like bot purchase every so often, right? And you know, the specifically streamer ones are the only platforms that I seem to always go backwards. Just a little bit, at least. Ah, I see. That's the charm of it. I mean, of the armor or of the platforms? There's a lot of botting going on. Ah, the armor, yeah. I mean, it looks better when you have the full-on equipped, of course. Oh, for a second I was like, are you choking me? I cannot collect it. I was about to say. I think it's always the funniest when you have the chest plates. Giving you like a big gut and thin legs. Perfect dad bod. Like the Hank Hill style, you know. Oh, let's go. Time-wise, 2 hours, and we have about 8 bosses to go. Yeah, the Katarina armor. You know, I'm glad that they have certain armors they take from game to game and just keep them. I think it was even in... Wasn't it in Elden Ring as well? I don't remember that, but I think it was. I just feel like they should add more choke armors in the games, right? Just like things for making you look cool or silly. Like in AI Limit, you had the maid outfit as an example. Which, yes, let me save the world in a maid outfit. Let's go. Okay, time for Seth. Seth the Scaleless. Soon to be Seth the Lifeless. I can't wait. The armor is still like very... just a Duskblood. It's like... I hope it's just a normal back to basic Souls game. Right, or like Bloodborne 2 basically. I'm like 90% sure it's gonna be either Elden Ring like or Night Rain like. Oh fuck. He made it in, didn't he? Yep. Stupid little clams. But hey, we have other companies picking up the slack, I guess, with Night Rain as an with Lies of P. He's scaleless. I mean, he blows all the scales. One of these. One of these. Oh, almost 500. Not bad. Yeah, buddy, I'm down here. Oh, fuck. That was close. Fuck, 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 fuck. And he cock slapped me. With his big, massive lizard tail. I mean, he looks cool, but, you know, he's blind. So you have to make fun of him, actually. Children, point at the cripple and laugh. To keep society in check. I don't need that much more to level up. So let me quickly do that. I think if I pop all of those, that should be enough. You tell me to mock somebody. Of course I do. It's an integral part of growing up. It makes the skin thicker. If Yaku tells you to jump off a cliff, would you? If your answer is no, then you're in the wrong. You should always do what Yaku says. Always. How many bosses are left? I mean, if you look at the stream, you see them in the bottom section. Which ones are left? I have a handy little chart there. 7 though. If you want a clear number. And of course, you know, a bunch of them are not that much of a boss, really. Fix your problem. Next boss name. Pinwheel. Even though he doesn't really look like a wheel. Or a pin. So I don't know why he's named like that. It's like when people name their kids after like a location. It's like, oh yeah, this is my daughter Paris. Well, she doesn't look like the Alpha Tower now, does she? So why would you name her like that? Oh, this guy, he completely aimed at me. Absolute dickhead. I forgot to do that, shit. What the fuck are you aiming at, bro? I'm not over there. Mask of the Father, of course. I mean, it really doesn't matter. I wish you could sell them for a little bit more than, I think 100 souls or something like that, which is kind of ridiculous. Just a smidgen. Anyways, let's go to the bonfire. If I think correctly, it was you go here, then you kind of like go here. I was off by one. But hey, it worked. It worked out. So let me very quickly see if I can get a spear from Andre. So I can make it holy. It's either him or the normal merchant that sells the spear. Yes, yes, yes. Give the Divine Ember. You can have it. Purchase item. He sells the pike, not the spear. I see. In that case, let me try it without. I'm just not too big on Nido these days. I guess gimmick is kind of an old hat these days. But of course the Sanctus is gonna protect me. Like, what would I do without the Sanctus? Oh, he has the... Does he have the regular spear? No, he has the winged spear. A man of class, I see. You know, a spear is like such a simple concept. You just take a stick and you sharpen the front and you have a spear. And if you want to be really cool, you just tie a knife to the front of a stick and you have an even better spear. Like, humanity figured that shit out quickly. No, little rascal. I want to kill you. Hell yeah. Twinkling Titanite. Which I thankfully always need. Not really. And that's kind of like one of the things I'm glad they kind of done away with in Elden Ring. That you have like 50 different kind of upgrade materials. You have just kind of like two strings. The dragon ones, which are like for special weapons, and just the regular ones. None of that. Oh yeah, just farm different ones in different locations. Okay, come on. I mean, isn't that a Nokitana? I thought that exists. Ah! Like, I do think that's an actual thing that exists. Kinda. I think the blade is a little bit thicker. But in spirit, it already does exist. Fuck off. I need to heal. Like a replica or a real one? Like if it's a metal replica, you can still sharpen it, so yeah. I think you should totally do that and patrol the area. I'm sure the police is not going to show up. Real as far as I know. Aren't they like really expensive though? Like if it's a real katana, not like a made out of metal replica. Like usually they have like the name stamped on them from the swordsmith. If you take the handle off. Okay, my guy. Are you the spear guy? Yes, and you want 600 souls for that. I can give you that. Or maybe you drop it. See? 600 souls. No problem.
Thank you, Kai.
Yeah, no problem, my guy. Let me go get a divine spear real quick. I'm not too much in the mood to deal with little rascals. Yo. Reinforced weapon. I'm lacking a little bit in green titanite, but I think I can buy that somewhere or like just farm it in between streams if I want to. But yeah, now nothing is in the way of defeating the Nido. Tomb of Giants, there we go. Yeah, that's just what you get for trying to kill me. With the gang. With the little gang. You know, I kind of wish a section like this existed in Elden Ring. Because I don't think that there was. Like really putting the dark into the Dark Souls. Or making it so dark you need a lamp to see. I feel like back in the day, people just complained about the sections. Like, oh, you need a lantern or whatnot. We don't like it. And then they were like, oh yeah, maybe let's not do that anymore. That was such a cool thing. From the not replica section. But the one I was looking for was no longer available, but the seller brought it up. Why not buy a real one? And still looked through the rules of keeping one. Okay, that's a good move. Oh yeah, let me buy a katana and then instead of the katana showing up, the police does. You know, as long as you can cut the motherfucker in half of it. That's all that counts, doesn't it? No, you do know how to drink, my guy. Was wollen wir trinken? 7 Tage lang, was wollen wir trinken? So ein Durst. You good? Thankfully that wasn't the case. Yeah, thankfully. I think for the most case, online shops don't care. And the postal service also doesn't care, if I would have to guess. I lost less souls than I thought I was. Yeah, I thought I did. Right, I just leveled up, didn't I? What the fuck? Are you choking me? Nito. My guy. That was not what we agreed upon. You were supposed to let me kill you. Oh. Right. I mean, I don't need a stupid light spell. I can fight my way into darkness, no problem. I'm like Sieve, the blind dragon. I can still fight my way somehow. All I need is to make some clicking noises. Some sort of echolocation. Like, the thing is, like, there are, like, darknet markets, of course, where you can, like, order drugs and weapons and whatnot. So I feel like a lot more people get caught if the postal service even checks really that often. Like, I know they just do, like, sample checks where, like, they just pick a random package and just need to get unlucky, really. They are far more greedy when it comes to stuff where they can make money out of, right? They don't make money off arresting people. Like, I received something. And then I sent it back in the exact same packaging with everything. And a couple of days later, I had like a letter in my mailbox that said, oh yeah, Swiss Postal Service, your package did not fit the criteria for the type of postage you paid. You have to pay the difference plus like a surcharge fee for wasting our time. I'm like, no, I'm not going to pay this. This is ridiculous. So I contacted the chat and they did, you know, let it go. But still. Kind of ridiculous if you ask me. Come on. There we go. This time I'm not gonna die to you, my guy. Yeah, I don't think the Sanctus can counteract my power within, of course. For that you need hyper mode. Which I can no longer achieve, of course. You know, sometimes though I have to wonder when the import guys, when they like open my packages and they have to look at it and check for drugs or whatnot. Like what they have to put up with sometimes. It's a box full of video games, sealed video games. I'm sure there's drugs in there. Some random garbage. Like I knew a guy in school, and I don't know why, but he was fascinated with like the latex gloves that you use to inspect cows. And they're really all looking to squeeze money out of you. Like the postage has gone up and up and up in the last few years. It's getting ridiculous at this point. I really don't like that. But yeah, that guy, he was like fascinated with the birthing latex gloves. He's a bit of a weirdo. He like once asked me, so, oh yeah, you know, you order stuff online, right? Can you order me one of those? And I was like, you know, what, 14 or so? It's like, no, I can't. Like, if I order stuff online, I have to ask my mom. And I don't want to have that conversation of, why do you want to order this? Well, somebody at school asked me. He's like, yeah, somebody at school asked me. Yeah, I know. Oh yeah, he's a weirdo. But he's like one of these people when you like look them up, as you sometimes do. You look up your old people. I'm in a bit of pickle. Why did you just throw a bomb, my guy? Like one of these guys, when you like look them up, like what became of them? Surprisingly successful. Like he stuck to his guns when he was in school. He was always going off about, you know, music production and being a DJ, and turns out he was a DJ. And he worked at like a radio station that wasn't even too unknown. And you put it like that. Kinda wild. Of course, you know, not my type of music. Havel. You good? I think he didn't appreciate me attacking him. Brag about it? I don't know. Maybe his parents were already on his ass about certain things. I think I might have told this before, but he was like 14, 15 when we discovered that he has a Grindr account. Which these days Grindr is kind of like the, you know, the rainbow people dating app. But back in the day it was purely for homosexual men. And that guy was 15, so... yeah, what the fuck, my guy? So I think he already, like, his parents are already kind of, like, suspicious of him about certain things, so him having, like, a glove like that would have raised all the alarm bells. Thinking back on it, I think he might have wanted it for fisting. Putting these two things kind of together, which I think I'm even more glad I didn't buy it. Wouldn't have wanted to be implicated in that, that's for sure. What's the craziest thing? I thought about buying one of them too. Because I had to unclog my toilet recently and... to put it lightly, that was not very nice. That was not nice at all. Not my fault, by the way. Like something came loose and got stuck in the pipe. Like an old piece of plastic. Oh, don't do that. Like I talked about this with my mom when she was here recently. She said, oh yeah, you know, when you moved into this apartment, everything was like freshly renovated. I was like, yeah, it was. Except like half the stuff was broken. Or broke within like the first month. Which was very nice. Like I moved in, the shower filter broken. Had to call somebody to replace that. The stove broken, had somebody call somebody to replace that. The oven broken, had somebody call somebody to replace that. That was a fun first month or so. But still, much better than my first apartment, where the guy who owned it did all the repairs himself. So I would ask him like, hey, my doorbell is broken. Can you fix that? And 9 months later, he still hadn't fixed it. And the only reason it got fixed is because he fixed his own doorbell. Because while renovating the apartment downstairs, which he used as an office, he apparently cut the cables or something. When he finally got around to it, he fixed that, and then that fixed my problem as well. But yeah. Like, when I moved out, it's like, man, Yaku, I don't know if that's a good decision you're making. I mean, you have to deal with an apartment association or whatnot, like a company that just deals with apartments instead of individuals. You know, they're always up your ass and etc, etc, etc. But you know, besides being a bit of a dickheads sometimes, once the payment didn't go through, they immediately were like, hey, if you don't pay within the next 10 days or so, we throw you out. Which I thought, you know, that was a bit ridiculous, but hey. Other than that, it's been much nicer. Because shit actually gets done. Like this guy, it was an old building, and he renovated the downstairs apartment for like 9 months by himself. Mostly during the weekends. And sometimes after he was done with work. So it's great. I just had for like 3/4 of a year, I just had noise downstairs constantly after I worked and on the weekends. It's like, fuck yeah. I love not being able to relax once I'm back from work. Like, I didn't want to be a dickhead that complains too much. But I was about to go like, hey, this is unlivable. I want my rent reduced at least by 50%. Some bullshit like that, because I didn't do it, but in the end I should have. You think you can get away with that, my guy? 3 pokes, by the way. Super nice. I didn't think he would do that attack. Shit. I fought for a second again. It's so nice being able to have like a follow-up poke. You know? Yeah, the spear is really good. Really? Notorious? Yeah, I think half an hour at most. But yeah, what a run. I really hope for finally a talisman. Right? Like the other talisman, the great bows, and I think the great curved swords, which I haven't touched at all yet. So this I can actually replace. What spears are this? Is already like the 3rd spear or so. Fuck. Wrong spell. Or 4th even. Yeah, that's what I think is probably gonna happen. Of course, it wouldn't be good for variety. But at this rate, maybe it'll stay like this until the end of all the runs, right? Like the last 7 or so 11 or so runs are just gonna be Talisman 1, Talisman 2, Talisman 3. What are you laughing at? Bozo. Yeah, let's burn this chest down. We got a chest to burn. Nice. I do like how easily the spears also stun, together with how fast they are poking. Feels almost a bit like cheating. There's also always a Yaku's choice, of course, in the spear these days. So that's nice. So maybe I'll get that, and then I will choose some random talisman. I did cheat myself for one of them, by the way. The Dark Moon Talisman, because you can only get one of those. And I want to avoid ambiguity when using them. Oh, goff. Shit. I need to first visit Calamite. That was a thing. Is that the James Bond barrel, by the way? That icon. Gee, from... I guess if you watch a stream of the newest... of the new James Bond game. I saw it yesterday and forgot to ask. Oh, fuck. Should also pay attention. Definitely should pay attention. Oh, speaking of replicas as well. I think I said this before as well, but there's a Torius' sword replica, which you can buy. Oh, you can't buy, but they had this at like a convention once. It was like a life-sized, made out of metal one. It weighed something like 50 to 100 kilos. Man, I would love to have that. Oh, if you sub or give this up, yeah. I see. I heard like some people like the new James Bond, some people don't. The game, I mean. I'm not gonna play it probably. But just interesting that they still kind of make those. But yeah, it is awesome, but it was probably like a one kind replica that they made. And that's it. I think you can buy a ledger opener though. If I'm not completely wrong. You know what? Today I feel like doing manners first. Just have kind of like the mood for it right now. Oh, Manus. I'm coming to get ya. Royal Wood. Huh? What are you on about? Oh, fuck off, no. Huh. Right. This room does not count as stable ground, I forgot. Oops. Right. Well, let's try that again. So there we go. Now I'm down here. But yeah, Manus, I don't think Manus will be too much of a hurdle. As always. Especially with the spear, you can like get a good amount of hits in. I would say about 3 hits at the very least. With some of the attacks at least. Oh, Manus. You've been waiting long for me. 2 hours 43. It must have been pure agony. Waiting for your boy. See? About 3 attacks. Oh. Like on new game, he would already be dead. Oh, I was really worried there though. This attack kicked me too far out. The spell could still hit me. Yeah, I need to have a quick healing session. Thank you for allowing that. Oh, he's just the best. Always giving me exactly what I need. He's like a loving father. That's why he's called Father of the Abyss after all. Like even a deadbeat dad can be nice sometimes. Sure, he drinks like most of the time, but like once a year he's like, oh yeah, kids, I got tickets to Disneyland. And then you love him for at least a week, until he turns back into a monster. And he does that to your mom. Ulysses Township. Celeste Golden Runs, which are deathless chapters, dying in the last room because of Thomas, and now my hand annoyingly shakes. Oh, I know that. Like sometimes in the game, some games, especially like in the Souls games back in the day, where like your pulse goes like up to like 150, 160, and you're like locking in, and then one mistake and it's like bam. It's also like your concentration is completely shattered once that happens. At least for a few minutes. But that's what we live for as gamers. You know, they say, you know, gaming isn't a sport. They're wrong. Like the thing I use for my heart rate, the software. After every stream, like tells me, oh, today you burned like this many calories while streaming. Like, based on the heart rate, I'm like, oh, cool. Like right now, I'm actively losing weight. Getting buff, basically. You could say I'm pumping iron through my veins, that is. Oh, goodbye. Oh. I wasn't ready yet that he does that right out of the gate. Yeah, I'm gonna get hit. I look like food too much. I like food too much. Fuck, 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 fuck. Yeah, once you're stuck in it, you can't do anything about it. Well, because only the muscles that you use get buff, right? So if they would examine me after a few hundred decades, once Yaku perishes, and they take out my stone heart, it's kind of like the size of a cow's head. It has like 15 chambers instead of 2. But of course my arms are like limp. There's no muscles in there anymore. They are completely atrophied. It's the same with your brain, by the way. Use it or lose it. So don't use AI. Instead use RI. RIP. To the goat. Okay, that was like a trial. Let's put it like that, down like that. That was just a trial. Now comes the real Calamite fight. I mean, he also did something really weird, which I've never seen before, which is do like the leap attacks out of the gate. Like, when has that happened before? See, that's more like it. Come on, big guy. I don't even want. You want to? Oh. Fuck. I haven't done as much damage as I hoped I would. That was partially because of me. Come on. I knew you couldn't let a juicy opportunity like that go. Trying to leap at me. And what did it get you? Being poked a bunch of times with a spear. Maybe he's into that, of course. But I doubt it. All things considered. That was a very weird way to dodge for me. This really is a much longer fight than I expected to be that would also help. I was like, why do I do so little damage? Big mistake. There we go. And now it's time for Gwyn. The big boy. The last boy. The only boy. But yeah, he's more of like a formality at this point than anything else. Gwyn is only really dangerous with non-melee weapons. Firelink Shrine, there we go. Yeah, 40, you know. Might as well. Come on, my guy. Why is his parry timing so weird? Yeah, he's like an Elden Ring boss. Fucking delayed attacks left and right. That was stupid of me. That was really stupid of me. There we go. See, that's what I want to do. Like, let him roll over a little bit. He didn't even drop humanity. That shows how gone he is. He was not meant to be in this world. Also, what I recently learned is the trick that I use for Gwyn to make him attack slowly is not limited to the Estus Flask. I always thought it was about healing, right? That the NPC realized, oh, the guy's healing, so we can use the stronger but slower attack. It's just about using an item. So you can use an item that you can't even use. Where he does the shake, and that works just as well. The Rump Shaker. Okay, let's go. And the thing is, like, theoretically, Incense Fortress, you can get a lightning spear. I could have gone and gotten that. So I wouldn't have needed to have a second one to upgrade. Okay. It is neat. Like, it's so cool how many cool little details this game has to offer. And shit people just figure out with the time. Like why this guy down there despawns when you reload. I'm gonna let him live. Don't worry, buddy. You earned it. Pling pling plong. Damn, bro. That's not a lot. Two bars exactly. It's actually kind of wild. I mean, not exactly, but close enough. See, there's like a sliver left. It's technically seen. Oh no. I always forget that it's 13 bars for some reason. There we go. Imagine you die to this guy just before he despawns. There we go. Gwyn dead. With that, we're gonna check out the next weapon. Dark Souls spinner. That's always crazy, isn't it? There we go. Okay, what do we get? What weapon do we get next? Oh, I see. I did forgot to take out some weapons as well. Like that one. We already got the wind spear. Let me... where is it? I mean, let me just redo it. Can't just take it out right now. The barbed straight sword. Okay. I see. Interesting. I think when you know using that weapon, I'm gonna cosplay a little bit. Of course. This, and this, and this can go. Isn't he beautiful? Seeing him in all his glory. Yeah, basically we're gonna do a Kirk run. That means a bottomless box. We need the barbed straight sword, and we're gonna need the spike shield. And of course, last but not least, wherever the fuck it is. I really wish they would overhaul this at some point in a potential remake. Because this menuing system is ass when you have so many armors like me. What the I do know I have it. There. let's go. Of course, we are only mid-rolling, actually. Kind of wild. But yeah, basically, for those that don't know this set, when you roll with the chest plate, with the legs, and with the helmet, you deal damage to a boss or to enemies when you roll past them, so that's kind of interesting. Oh, I forgot something. Ooh, sorry. Of course, I have to show the game. I just noticed the second you wrote it. Yeah, this is the costume. When you roll into enemies, you deal damage. With the hands, you add a flat bonus damage of 40 to fist attacks. And yeah. And I think the sword deals bleed. Yes. So bleed weapon's always nice, of course. Ah, there we go. Now you can also see it. See? If I roll into him. He gets a little bit of damage. Yeah, it's other than that, it's just gonna be a regular sword run. Yeah, Kirk. My man Kirk. Hell yeah. Like, I remember back in the day, in the early few runs, I specifically wanted to, needed to grab this shield before I wanted to use this weapon, in case it came up. Because of course I need to cosplay as my boy. Kirkland special. It's such an interesting weapon. And set in general. Like, it doesn't even look really like a sword, it looks like more like a club. It's not even like, it's very rounded, so I'm trying to say. It just has a bunch of spikes on it. I don't remember though if it was like a normal sword or if it was like a special sword. Upgrade path-wise, so I will go and check that real quick. But with that, I'm already gonna say, you know, thanks for watching this run today. If you want to not miss out on the future ones, don't forget to follow and subscribe depending on the platform. Especially those on Twitch, because we have to get rid of that accursed number quickly. And other than that, let's see how strong this sword gets in just a second. Good job, go straight ahead. And of course the next few streams. Tuesday, Xenoclash 2, continuing that. Wednesday, Minecraft. Friday, I still have to check, depending on if the game arrives or not. But planned so far is at least Modern Warfare 2. And then next Saturday, of course, more Dark Souls. With the little spiky boy here. I have to be careful though. Not to accidentally like roll past NPCs and accidentally killing them. Or not killing them, but aggroing them. You know, like this. .56 of a normal attack against these guys is not very good. Does this thing have like... It has very bad scaling. Yeah, come on. Reinforced weapon. It uses normal Titanite. Okay, so it can go to +15. Nice. I was worried. Okay, let's see. 216 AR. Oh, much better already. Okay. With that, I would say, thanks for watching. As always, I will go and grab the Titanite, the Embers, so I can start the run with a fully upgraded weapon, as always. And with that, I would say, thanks for watching. Goodbye, and ciao.